Today we're going to talk about how to use Evernote in creating digital student portfolios. Evernote is a free online software. Premium is available just like in many other things. And it's used for creating and storing different kinds of notes. Anything from handwritten notes, pictures, audio notes that can save attachments, or even little things like checklists. Why should I take the time to learn another new software? The little pictures here kind of give you a little example of, on the left, what you have is the little binder. It's accessible at school only to keep track of students' portfolios. And on the right, it's every kind of media that we have now. And the portfolios could be accessible anywhere. Using Evernote supports student learning because you can create student portfolios as a means of tracking their progress. Like Ed said, it is accessible anywhere, and it can instantly be shared with teachers, students, and parents anytime. It is a secure site because passwords are needed to log in, and non-users view profiles by invitation only. There are many different accessibility options. One is on the website evernote.com. You can also download a desktop app, which I'll show you later. You can download the app on your phone or on the tablet. The nice thing is that anything that you do on any of those options will instantly sync between all devices. Not connected to the internet, people who are can print off reports and send them to you. We're going to take a look at evernote.com. In the right, you'll see a screenshot of what the site looks like. Basic setup from the very beginning. Go to the website evernote.com, click sign up now, enter your email and password, and then you can start to create notes and notebooks and share them. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Evernote desktop app. You can see I have my mouse on it in the corner. If you double click and open up, you'll notice that it looks a lot like most emails are set up, where there is a list of the emails, and then on the right you'll see a quick snapshot of what that document would be or what is in that note. On the left there's a little menu. We're going to take a look at two things today just to give you a sample of what it looks like. There is notes and notebooks. I like to relate them to notes being documents on a computer or different files, and notebooks would be the folders that they go into. So if I open up my notes, on the left you'll see all the notes that I have. A couple ways that this could be really useful in a portfolio, especially for students in the younger grades. I'll show you some examples of those. One will be handwriting. I have a sample of winter handwriting. When I click on the note again, it'll pop up on the right. If I double click the message, I can make it full screen so you can get a better view of it. So here's an example of student handwriting in the fall, student handwriting in the winter. Students could go on any sort of interactive whiteboard, take the pen or the marker and draw on the board, and it's going to instantly save into their note. A nice way to check fluency in students and for them to be able to hear themselves. I have a couple samples here. One says reading fluency in the fall and one is in the winter. And so I had a student read the same passage twice at 2 different times. And this was just a practice. So I told her to, hey, pretend it's right away in the year and later on, just to give you an example since I have not used this with my students yet. When I click on fall, you know that this is an audio recording because there is a speaker symbol next to the name of the document. I wrote click to play. They won't all say that, but I wrote that just as a reminder to myself that that is what's going to happen.
But the juicy red apple stayed where it was. Worse still, 3 of Swirl's brown nuts got caught in.
I'll go ahead and click winter.
So now she's had 8. But the juicy red apple stayed where it was. Worse still, 3 of the Swirl's brown nuts got caught in the hedgehog's tongue. So now she had a juicy red apple.
And it gives you a nice comparison of the students' fluency between fall and winter. They really enjoy listening to these as well. I also wrote click to play here as an example for a parent in case they wanted to listen to the document. If I go in the corner, there's a little arrow that says share. If I click it, a drop down menu comes and it says, one of the choices says send by email. If I click send by email, you can type in an email address you want to send it to, click send, and instantly something pops up saying email was sent, and you can hear a little dinging in the background. It just popped up on my email. You can see that it popped up here. I can click on this attachment and it will start reading for me.
But the juicy red apple stayed where it was. We're still 3.
For those who use standards-based grading, up here I've included a document for math skills and another one for reading skills. The quick look on this side here will show you that I've just created a very simple graph. They do have some editing features where you can change font, add graphs, color, or even have a pencil and do free writing in there. And it's a graph that I can make changes to if I want, listing the skills, proficient, in progress, needs work, and I have the same thing for reading skills. So you could even have reports on here. One of them that is just totally for fun, but those of us in elementary know that we do lots of projects. I included a note that says Mother's Day note, and so it's another audio recording. Again, you see that symbol, and it's a student who is reading a little something he wrote for his mom.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. Thank you for being my mom.
And who wouldn't want to hear that on Mother's Day? Another way you can share is if you go back down to the arrow, you can click copy share URL. It'll allow you to copy and paste a link that you could include on a website or in an email, and anybody who gets that link will be able to look at this note. Like I mentioned before, we're going to talk about notes and notebooks. So if I go ahead and click on notebooks, these are all ways that you can organize the notes that you have saved. You could have a notebook with one page for each of your students and make a big student portfolio, or you could click on a particular student, so Nate's portfolio I'll click on. There is nothing in here, it's a brand new one that I've created, and you can have different things for each student. So this student could have a bunch of audio recordings, a bunch of handwriting samples, and they could each have their own portfolio, or if you want it more simple, you could have one portfolio for each of the grades that you teach. To create a new note, on the top here it says new audio note, but if you click the arrow, there's other options. Ink note, so freehand drawing. Audio note, webcam note, new screenshot. So there's lots of options of things to add. Try Evernote for creating digital student portfolios.